I do, that's right. Just need to back on the camera again one more time. A slightly different angle because I'm a very special thing right now. This special thing is called Knackered. Just come back from a party. This is nearly midnight on Halloween, and that's right. That means I have been working. Sure, I do go to ordinary parties where I go and have fun, but I also go to these parties where I work because I am a party entertainer. I am in the entertainment industry. The variety of entertainment I provide is, of course, my tarot reading. But I was just one of those moments when I go through this, contemplation, I think is the best word to use to describe it. And I was thinking about Alphonse Louis Constance, Eliphias, levi, to those of you who know about these things, for want of a better phrase, and I'm sure there are many better phrases to be used. Eliphias Levi, author of Transcendental Magic, what was he trying to do? This is a man who revered reason. Spoke about reason a lot. He was one of the serious influences upon the development of my own conceptualization of occultism. And I mean real conceptualization, because this idea was there. He spoke about God's own reason. He speaks about reason being like the topmost point of the five-pointed star, being, of course, thoughts ruling over nature, the brain ruling over the body, the intellectual ruling over the physical, and mankind's victory over nature. It's such a poetic way of expressing thought. Okay, this real intense reverence for reason. But then he also used phrases such as, we can modify the seasons. But if he's revering, and I mean really, in an almost religious sense, revering reason, how can he, by his own very reason, make the statement that we can modify the seasons? Well, so one thing I can say there, and that is that he can't. There's no way that you can say, in complete and utter total admittance of and acceptance of reason, that you, through pressing around in your circle and doing invocations, can modify the seasons. So, what was he doing? So, this is where we've got to be a bit of a detective here, okay? What was he doing? He's an author. He's trying to sell a book. So yes, he's going to try and speak to people in ways which they resonate with. Being on YouTube, people who are interested in what the Venom Fang X says will watch what Venom Fang X says, okay? People who are interested in that YouTube user, how the world works, I don't even know if that arsehole is still going, but if he is, then, people who are interested in that sort of thing will watch that sort of thing, the same with Alex Jones and all the rest of that, okay? But what are people relating to? What are people connecting to? Because it seems to me that he was trying to get, Alphonse Louis Constance was trying to get some ideas out there into the world for a series of Trojan horses. All of them contained within the book Transcendental Magic. And when he's using a phrase such as, we can modify the seasons, which is obviously such an intensely powerful, dramatic phrase, he is dealing with, or trying to express through literature, the superstitious mentality. Alright, just the superstitious mentality, okay? Those people who believe that, yes, if they do throw a coin into a well whilst wishing for a bright sunny day on Tuesday when they happen to be meeting their lover at the fair, and they get a bright sunny day, it must be down to the fact that I've, throw the coin into the river, yes, it was the pond, yes, must be the cause, must be, yes. So he's actually writing to those people, and doing so deliberately and knowingly, which I actually think is rather evil. But he's done so to try and get some ideas out there. And then he's included the ideas of reason to try and get people like me to read his books and to try and enjoy what he's talking about. So he's probably a little cleverer than you might think. And yeah, there's some other stupid things like his if a pregnant woman meditates on the five-pointed star, she can make the unborn child resemble whoever it is that she wants or that she wishes, which is obviously completely and utterly bullshit. But this is something that he said. Who is he talking to there? Well, he's talking to women. Okay. Why is he talking to women in this way when in another section of his work he refers to the fact that women have different types of voices to men so that they can be kept out of politics? All right, because if they got involved in in some political debate, they would sound silly. He actually says these things. So in that respect, he's talking to the sexist males of the time. But he's also talking to those or the women who believe in female superiority and the importance of the plumbing of the woman, so to speak, for want of a better phrase, in creating life, and the fact that the woman herself is in fact important. So, I'm with people who say they can't understand Alphonse Louis Constant. I understand why they might say this, because he is all over the place, and he is trying to please quite so many people in order to bring the word magic into, or the concept of magic, into something which is bigger, better, and more socially acceptable. I would say that his work, Transcendental Magic, is probably one of the most important cultural books within this movement, within the occult movement. And it still has, a place of honor on my shelves. And I don't think I could be without a copy of Transcendental Magic. It fascinates me to re-contemplate over, so to speak. And also the other analogies there. I mean, he's still using the word magic when in fact he's talking about sales. So he's talking about convincing people of something which might not be true. Like when he's talking about the transubstantiation, I think it was. And someone's telling somebody that something is in fact something else, and then believing it. That's basically akin to what a salesperson does, a good salesperson. But he's again placing this under the subject of magic. And that's confusing the more superstitious reader in terms of what magic really is. Was that deliberate? Well, the truth in his writings is that there's more than one interpretation as to what the word magic means. In terms of what Aleister Crowley re-elaborated upon, which then got deliberately, by my estimation, re-misinterpreted by people in certain movements these days. And then finally, well, not finally, but it's by myself, re-clarified even more, thanks to my work here on YouTube. So this, on Halloween night, about midnight, is my salute to Alphonse Louis Constant, Eliphias Levi. May he rest in peace and rise in glory.